because value is in processing. So first, we focus on yield optimization.
Use optimization, you like that, yes.
Yield optimization then says that you increase your produce even from the same size of land. And there are elements to it. I do not think we have the time to go into what drives yield optimization and all of that in agriculture. And then we don't now stop when we have a huge yield and then begin to sell raw food or produce. We then invest in the process through which you turn the cocoa seed to powder. And that's manufacturing. And I say that value is trapped in there because that's where you hire more people.
Of course.
So you hire people in the process of cultivation, you hire more people in the process of processing, and then you have people also in the commercial, enterprise bit of it. Because...
Okay, Ademola, you've spoken very well, I have to say. Sorry, you have spoken very well. But, this is interesting because, of course, you don't really have that much political experience. You are somewhat new in the arena.
I was just going to say, actually, you've got a sound background in finance, economics,
oil
and
gas.
Oil and gas.
Not politics.
Not politics.
That's what I'm saying.
And also, in terms of revenue as well, you want to generate a lot of revenue for Ogun State, but you also need to pump in a lot of revenue to get that out. I'm not sure if you have 5 billion naira lying about that you're planning on pumping into Ogun State, but based on your skill set, I think a lot of the times in Nigeria we don't see that kind of accurate skill set in leadership, which I think you have, but the politics area maybe not. So
now that actually leads into my next question, because you do have competition from your very own homestead. Now, interestingly enough, we have Senator Buruju Kashumu, who actually has the war chest and the money chest. Now, he is very, very popular where you're from. There's a lot of competition, so I'm interested because, as you've just said, you have a sound background, no politics, but sound background, oil and gas consultant, finance. How on earth do you intend to beat someone like Kashumu? How?
Thank you.
Please, we need to know
first
this.
off,
These are the questions
there's no politics. There's no political experience in, on the grand stage, as you know it. I've never been a senator or contested to be one, or even, local government chairman. But here's the question. Those with political experience, what have they done? Where have they taken us? They've brought us thus far. It is time for us to have those with competence running the affairs of state.
This is my question, actually. Why do you think in Nigeria candidates aren't fully equipped? Because as I've rightly said already, that you have a finance background, you have an urban and regional background.
Because we walked away from it.
How?
You and I turned our back on politics. We say it's dirty, therefore we can't engage it. But we forget that the people we leave it to will be the ones who will make the rules and the policies that will impact the business that we believe that we're running. One bad policy and your business is dead. Therefore, we can no longer afford to leave politics to those we know cannot lead the nation forward. That's on one hand. However, speaking to the competition, right?
Yes.
Roger Kashumu is, one of my boss from Ijebuland. Right, Ijebu to be precise. He is no competition.
Okay.
Controversial.
All right?
I mean, it's very controversial.
The governor...
The stats say otherwise, but please continue.
He's no competition. The governor that Ogun State needs is not Buruju Kashumu.
Well, who is the governor that
Ogun State needs is the governor that understands the issues of the people. Because for you to be able to solve the issues, you need to understand the issues.
Now, that's very true. Now, you have said that. Now, it's interestingly enough, now, Ogun State needs Nigeria, not just Ogun State, needs a sincere leader. We need an authentic leader. We need a leader who understands exactly what needs to be done on ground. We need a leader that has grassroots support. Now, given the political practices in Ogun State, they say, or it is said, that the next governor of Ogun State should come from Ogun West, more specifically, Yewa. Now, you come from Ogun East, Ijebu. How do you intend to get around this? Why do you think it's your turn?
The chronology, if we're going to do that, because I am only interested in qualified candidates.
Okay.
However, if we're going to have the conversation around chronology, let me do a quick education.
Go right ahead.
All right? So, first governor, Ijebu.
Yes.
Second governor, Egba.
Yes, not bad.
Third governor, Remo.
Yes.
Fourth governor was supposed to be Yewa. But the Egba people took it.
They did.
Who's next? Ijebu again.
But Senator, Yayi, as he's formerly known as, is also in the running and is from Yewa. So how do you plan on...
Yayi No, yeah, he's back in Lagos. He's running for Senate. He's won his candidacy.
So you
with
don't
APC.
think key players like Yayi and Kashamu are any kind of competition to your
Yeah, he's no
candidacy?
longer in the running. He's no longer running for that.
Yeah,
He's-
but
You're
even
probably
Kashamu-
speaking to GNI, so it's Kashima and GNI. GNI is from UI, right? That's the
So
ADC
you still don't
candidate.
think either of them are possible competition to you?
The governor that Ogun State needs, and the people that will vote in the next elections in 2019, will vote a candidate like myself.
Even though
Not
our
GNI.
politics is completely controlled and dominated by party politics, you don't think that's a factor?
The time has come for the people to vote for individuals and not parties.
Is that going to happen?
And that's what's going to happen. We have engaged the populace. We're constantly on the road.
We are.
I have been to a village in Ogun State where an elephant killed somebody about 6 months ago. We've gone that deep. We keep talking to the people, and that's what it has to be. If you do not have the war chest, you have to do the work.
Now, I want to move on to education because you're quite big on that. You mentioned, revamping JAM and making sure people in Ogun State and children in Ogun State are at the top of that. There are about 14 million Nigerian children of school age that are currently out of school. Now, Ogun State is part of this. What do you intend to do about revamping, especially primary school education in Ogun State?
So interestingly, this whole idea of free education hasn't quite helped us. We've had free education, but poor quality education. So you look at the line, and then you see that the quality of education continues to go down. Ogun State has the highest number of tertiary institutions across the West Coast. And when I say West Coast, I'm speaking to West Africa. But should we, be proud of the number or the quality? So what are we going to do? To any education anywhere in the world, you invest in human capital. The learning human capital. And what's the learning human capital? The teachers, the principals, and the administrators, right? Because the extent of the performance of your students is at the level of what the teachers know. The teachers can only teach that which they know. So we need to revamp teacher training and retraining to be recent, current, meaningful. We need to bring back the exchange programs that used to be when Nigerian teachers would go abroad.
How much of this civic duty has ANN done in Ogun State?
We're a brand new party, and I believe that government work should be done by government money, right?
Okay, now the thing is that we really don't have that much time, so I do very quickly, according to your manifesto, you have marked out 4 particular indices that you intend to use as key factors to drive up the development process in
Knowledge,
Ogun State.
Enterprise.
That's right, peace and prosperity.
prosperity.
Can you very briefly expatiate? You have 60 seconds.
Okay, so
Because I find that very interesting.
to build any nation, you need to build the people first.
Yes, that is
That's
correct.
why knowledge is important. If we succeed in enterprise, but do not succeed in educating our people right and giving them the right skills to engage the enterprise, outsiders will come, engage the enterprise, create value, extract value, and repatriate. So we must start with knowledge. Any youth empowerment program that any government, wants to implement must start with knowledge, skills that is employable, whether by direct employment or by creating some micro-enterprise. 2, the enterprise itself. And that enterprise will be driven, again, on the baseline of agriculture, using all the available... I'm not sure you know that the land in Ogun State is 74% arable.
Yes.
So when I say I will turn Ogun State into the food basket of Southwest region, it's because I have the land to do so, right? And there will be partnership, in case you're worried about funding, because you mentioned it. We will partner with multilateral organizations, with the private sector to do that. Peace. If we achieve knowledge, enterprise, but we don't have a peaceful nation, we cannot prosper. Peace is the gateway to prosperity.